preserve the nature.
And while elements face new
will give you a lot of benefits.
challenges for survival because of and it can be defined as a long
It's equivalent to a next
new challenges for
positive factor. Well, it is found that if you spending time in nature will give you a lot of benefits and positive factor.
action, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, have significantly increased.
Nature, in broader sense, is equivalent to a natural world, physical world, or material world. Nature refers to a phenomenon of a physical world, and life also included in general. It refers in scale from a atomic to a cosmic. The term is often refers to a natural environment or wilderness, while animal, rock, forests, beaches, and in general area that has not been substantially altered by human, or which persists despite human intervention. For example, manufactured objects and human interaction are generally not considered part of nature, unless qualified as, for example, human nature or the whole of nature. This more traditional concept of nature implies a distinction between natural and artificial element of the earth, with the artificial that which has been brought into a being by human consciousness or human mind. Did you know spending time in nature will give you a lot of benefit and positive vibe to us? Well, it is found that if you spend your time in nature, it will help you with mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. For example, research in ecotherapy, a type of formal treatment which involves doing activity outside the nature, has shown it can help with mild to moderate depression. This might be due to combining regular physical activities and social contact with being outside in nature. Subsequently, question is, why do we need to preserve the nature? We are all protected and governed by the nature. A healthier environment that provide nutrients that flow up the food chain from plant to animal to give us the energy. By preserving nature, the planets and all its inhabitants are guaranteed a constant supply of clean water and fresh air. We very often go against the nature. By doing things like growing food or flowers, exercising outdoor, or being around animals can have lots of positive effects such as it can improve your mood, reduce feeling of stress, help you take time out and feel more relaxed, or improve your physical health. It is necessary to conserve the plants and nature because we want to protect our environment. It is also necessary to conserve the animal because nowadays animals like tiger, plant, etc. are becoming extinct. Also, conservation and preservation of a plant is so important because it can control soils, land, air, and many other natural pollution, and cutting down a tree should be illegalized and should be protected.
Climate change is now taking place, and it can be defined as a long-term shift in temperatures and weather patterns. As a result of climate change, temperatures are rising, wildfires are starting to occur more frequently, and rainfall patterns are shifting. According to environmental experts, floods caused by torrential rain in numerous states across peninsular Malaysia show the truth of extreme weather patterns resulting from climate change. Floods are very common in Malaysia, but the unusually heavy rain on 17 December caused thousands of people to be displaced. Experts also urge and advise the local authorities to prepare for disaster and promoting sustainable development because similar occurrences are believed to become increasingly often in the future. Dr. YOUU, who is the climate change advisor to the Center for Governance and Political Studies, states that the floods that affected numerous states in Malaysia on December 17 and 18 are a clear illustration of an unpredictable weather event caused by excessive carbon emissions. Human action, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, have significantly increased the concentration of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. These adds enormous amounts of greenhouse gases to those naturally occurring in the atmosphere, increasing the greenhouse effect and global warming. The main driver of climate change is the greenhouse effect. Many of these greenhouse gases occur naturally, but human activity is increasing the concentration of some of them in the atmosphere. It has been proven that carbon dioxide produced by human activities is the largest contributor to the global warming. One of the causes for rising emissions that contributes to climate change is the conduct of cutting down forests to create farms of pastures or for other reasons. This is because the trees facilitate in regulating and controlling the climate by absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Thus, cutting down the trees will release the carbon they have been storing. Since forests absorb carbon dioxide, destroying them also limits nature's ability to keep emissions out of the atmosphere. Next is the action of burning fossil-produced carbon dioxide. Fossil fuels such as oil, gas, and coal contain carbon dioxide that has been locked away in the ground for thousands of years. When we take this out of the land and burn them, it will release the stored carbon dioxide into the air, then cause the planet to heat up. Humans and wild animals face new challenges for survival because of climate change. Further effects from global climate change that have been predicted by scientists in the past are now occurring, such as loss of sea ice, rapid sea level rise, and wildfire. These can directly harm animals, destroy the places they live, and wreak havoc on people's livelihood and communities. Climate change also causes changes in rainfall. This results in more severe and frequent storms. They cause flooding and landslide, destroying homes and communities and costing billions to recover the damage incurred. In addition, climate change has been a key factor in increasing the risk and extent of wildfires. In the western United States, it is because climate change enhanced the drying of organic matters in forests and has doubled the number of large fires in the western United States. In conclusion, it is undeniable that climate change is affecting every country on every continent. It is disrupting national economies and affecting life. The country's abilities to deal with the repercussions of climate change also must be strengthened through proper financial flows, a new technology framework, and expanded capacity building framework. All of us should be aware of the current situation and stand together to combat this issue, as both the pandemic and the climate disaster require immediate action to save lives and livelihoods. Climate change is now taking place and it can be defined as contributes to climate change is the conduct of cutting down forests to create farms or pastures
It is necessary to conserve our plants. Hai?
Jauh sangat kita duduk ni. Nampak sipar pak.
Jangan. Subsequently, question is, why do we need to preserve the nature? Nature. Subsequently, why do we need to preserve the nature? We are all protected and governed by the nature. A healthy environment provides nutrients that flow up the change the body from plants to animal to provide energy. Babi. Nature in broadcast sense is equivalent to a natural world, phenomenal world, physical world, or material world. Nature is referred to nature in broader scale, in broader sense. Alah.